Happy Monday, everyone. So, listen up. You've fallen off track. You fall off the bandwagon. You have a day, a weekend, a week, a meal. One little thing slips up. One little thing doesn't go to plan. And suddenly you're just like, fuck it. You know, you forgot your lunch. Oh, I have an event on the weekend. Oh, fuck it. The whole week's out the window. Oh, it's Mother's Day coming up. We've got Mother's Day lunch. This whole week's a write-off. That is why you keep yo-yoing backwards and forwards. The same 2 to 5 kilos. The same reason why you're never getting toned. You're just focusing on losing the 5 kilos that then you just suddenly regain, and then you fall off track, and then you go, right, I'm going to get back on the bandwagon, and you just keep spinning your wheels over and over and over again. So we need to stop this cycle right now. Pick yourself up from the get-go without like having to start all over again. So that's what I want to talk about. How to get back on track when you have a bad moment, when you have a bad day, when you have a bad week. It's not that what we want to try to avoid is falling off the bandwagon and then having to get back on track and get back into it. The goal is that you are always working towards your goals in some way, shape, or form. You're always working on your health and fitness in some way, shape, or form. And sometimes things don't go as fabulously to plan, but it's not that we've fallen off the bandwagon. It's just that the plan hasn't quite gone 100%, so we just make small adjustments to keep moving forward. And even if it's not perfect, we're still moving forward. So we want to avoid the script of, I've fallen off the bandwagon, I've fallen off track, and I have to start all over again and get back on track. We don't want to keep going through this cycle because it doesn't feel good to fall off track and then have to start all over again. It just doesn't feel good. What if instead it was, look, you know what? That meal didn't go quite to plan. That day didn't go quite to plan, but I'm still doing the best I can. We're still moving forward. The ball is always rolling, even if it's not perfect. That is the mindset that you want to have, so then you get out of this yo-yo feeling of getting back on track, falling off track, getting back on the bandwagon, off the bandwagon, like over and over again. And it doesn't mean that you are a failure if you experience something that doesn't go well and you fall off the bandwagon and things don't go well. And even if that thing that doesn't go well turns into a couple of days, into a week, like at no stage are you like, oh, I failed. It's just like, oh, things aren't going to plan. What can we do to adjust it? It's the script that you tell yourself that also makes it feel a lot worse. So it's like what you do next, but also how you speak to yourself about that experience of when things haven't gone to plan. That is also equally just as important. So it's not like I need to get back on track and overhaul everything and start all over again from scratch. It's not like that at all. Like maybe you just had a few events on the weekend, and so it's like, cool, I'm just going to dial in on my nutrition and make sure I'm smashing my water, and I've just meal prepped my meals so that I'm not stuck eating out anymore during the week. It's not, oh, I'm overhauling my whole diet and starting again. It's like, cool, I'm just going to go meal prep. That feels a lot nicer than I have to start all over again. Make it achievable and just take the little steps that you can to just keep the ball rolling no matter what. You know, even if you're sick, that's not falling off the bandwagon, but people think falling sick is falling off the bandwagon. You can't help it if you get sick. So all it is like, cool, I'm sick. What can I do? I'm just going to make sure I prioritize my water. I'm going to make this all about rest and recovery. And that is an important phase of my fitness journey. So that's what I'm going to do right now. And then I'm going to just move my body to feel good, gentle walking, bit of stretching, you know, stuff like that. But that's still doing something that's better than doing nothing at all and falling off the bandwagon and then having to start all over again. The only way that you truly fall off is if you keep making decisions to just give up and not try to do something that's going to keep pushing you forward. So that is the goal, is like shifting the focus from like the guilt or feeling like a failure or anything like that to what actions can I take? What are some practical solutions that I can do right now to start moving in the right direction and to start feeling better? You know, it could literally be like, cool, I'm going to prioritize my water today. Tomorrow I'm going to go to the grocery store, and then the next day I'm going to meal prep. There are 3 steps already that are putting you in that right direction, as opposed to just being like, I've fallen off, I've got to overhaul my whole life again. Like, it's just not practical. And sometimes it's like, oh, I can't get into a rhythm with getting back into the gym. It's like, okay, well, don't think about you having to finish your whole workout. Let's just break it down into much more tangible steps. So more tangible steps could be like, Cool. You got to put your activewear on. Done. Cool. I'm going to get in the car. Done. I'm just going to go on the treadmill and just move my bod. I'm just going to walk. All right. I've done a bit of treadmill. I'm just going to go and do a bit of a warm up. Cool. All right. Maybe I'll try exercise. Actually, that feels all right. I'll try another exercise. And I guarantee by that second exercise, you're fine. You're in a rhythm. But if you had from that get-go gone, oh my God, I have to get back into going to the gym 5 days a week, it's too overwhelming. You don't do it. But if you just go, I just have to do this one thing. I just have to go in there and get on the treadmill. I just have to go in there and do one exercise. And even if I feel like shit and I leave after one exercise, at least I've done something. 9 out of 10 times you don't. You just get on a roll with it. So it helps to build that momentum. So you're not falling off track and starting all over again. You're just, what can you do to take a step forward that's going to build that momentum over time? And that's what's going to keep you on track 24/7, 365. And you're not going to constantly feel like you've fallen off track. You got to get back on track. Falling back on, like, that is why you never get results. Whereas if you can do something that's always going to keep moving you forward, even if your pace slows down, at least you're doing something to keep moving forward. So it's all about momentum. It's not about starting over. It's just about keeping the ball rolling in some way, or the wheel, or my spinny fiddle toy thing. It's actually the magnet at the back of my phone that is the, the hook thing for your phone. That's actually what I'm playing with. Anyways, so if you have a bad moment, don't let it turn into a bad day. If you have a bad day, don't let it turn into a bad week. Just dust yourself off and keep moving forward in some way, shape, or form. And suddenly you will realize that you never fall off the bandwagon because of your mindset, as well as you're just like, yeah, we'll just keep going. Like, shit happens, that didn't quite go to plan, and we keep moving forward. And that is how you are going to get results. Finally, kind of, you still need a really good structured plan, and you probably need my help if you're hitting a plateau and you need a bit of guidance to take it to the next level. But if you're a person who is always falling off the bandwagon and needs to just stay on track, then that is hopefully a helpful mindset for you. So if that was helpful, let me know. I'll post this on my YouTube so you can watch the replay if you missed it, and I'll see you all in the next one.